lay down.
Courage.
May you all at home who are listening, may you be brave. Because today we're going to be talking about dreams.
What about dreams?
I have a dream
Oh,
that we will be doing this in 20 years. Whatever the
I have a
circumstances will be
dream
like.
that this will be a television show.
You want to show your face?
Maybe.
You
I would
want
love
to
that.
see our face?
I love that.
With the right price, you better believe I'll show my face.
That's
Real
it.
talk.
Real talk, though.
Real talk. You paying me the right check?
Oh,
Yeah, I'll show my face.
She put
So
that
is it
out
safe
there.
to say that one of our dreams is to make some money?
Yeah, straight. Damn straight.
So point being, we all need a money, but we want to earn it in a way that's with integrity, right? You don't want to just sell your friggin' soul
That's a
to
dream.
make the money that you want to earn.
That's
Yeah.
a dream. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, seriously, I really believe in being clear about what you want.
Mhm.
Like, for instance, me, myself, I want enough money that I don't have to worry about money, but I don't need to be like a billionaire. Do you see what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
mind being a
I
billionaire.
agree.
I'm not saying no. Actually, you know what? I don't need to be a billionaire. I
Yeah.
really don't need that. I just want enough money that I don't have to worry about money. We want to send some kid to college. There you go. We want to go on a trip to whatever. There you go. You need money for like whatever. It's not money. Is not an issue. Other issues are like is that what you want in life? Is that what's the best interest? Is it in the best person's interest? Is it what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you
start
feel
tackling-
aligned with yourself today?
Exactly. When you can tackle in things that are really fundamental
Yeah.
aside of money, that's what I want. And
Yeah.
I believe in being specific about what you want.
Yeah,
Set your intentions clearly.
it's true because you do get what you ask for most
Yeah.
times.
And if you're not
Well-
clear,
But let me explain this. It's not that you just dream it and then it'll fall from the sky.
no.
Because that's a misconception, people. That is not how the law of attraction works. You don't just envision it and boom, you wake up the next day, it's on your lap.
That's it.
You gotta work towards it.
Yeah.
But I'd agree with D. Like, you have to have a clear idea of what you want and then put all your energy towards that. And part of it is you visualize and you feel it. But then once you get on that path, then you gotta work towards it.
I agree with you, Sibs, and I think that sometimes in our times in our society of get it right away, live it right away, whatever you want, like instant gratification.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
My art big sister had a great example. She was talking about her nephew, and she's like, my nephew asked if he could ride what is it, trottinette? A scooter, okay? And she's like, I want him to ride a scooter, but right now he doesn't have the mobility to do that. I have to make sure that like first, can he stand upright? Can he like walk well? Does he have enough flexibility, mobility? Can he ride the bike? Can he ride the bike without the little like training wheels? And then after that, after all those steps have been achieved, we'll get him a scooter. And I think it's the same thing in life. When you're like, I want XYZ, but before you get XYZ, there's some steps. Can you stand upright?
Yeah.
Can you know what I mean?
Thank you, D.
Can
Thank
you do all these steps? And it's not because life
I love
doesn't
that
love
you're
you.
saying this.
It's not that. It's because you need to be able to
Steps.
master certain things before you can get to that thing that you want.
I need to high five you on that.
High five.
Thank you, sister.
But that example comes from our big sister is right now.
No, and it's amazing that you're saying that because I always tell people, stop trying to not go through the steps. There's A and there's Z, but there's B, C, D, E, F, G, all in the middle, and you need that because even if you could leap from A to Z, you're not gonna stay at Z for a long ass time. You're not.
Yeah.
Well, it's like quantum leaps. They're not comfortable.
It's not only that they're not comfortable,
They
it's
don't
there's
feel
no
good.
foundation.
But that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's trying to walk on air.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Good luck with that.
You're not there yet.
You can't run if you don't know how to walk, man.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But I feel there's also the side where people get very confused too when they hear that, because they're like, oh my god, well, I don't have a solid foundation, so therefore I don't deserve what I need. And sometimes for some people, it's for them to get a less clear vision of all the things that they don't want, because some people are really well versed in the disasters they're trying to avoid. Like, they will describe that shit in detail. They'll dream about it. They'll, like, it follows
It's
them.
important to also know what you don't want in order to avoid it.
Yeah, but you have to, like, you get to bounce off from it, but don't stay there.
But it's not good to dwell on either side.
Yeah.
It's just, like we've mentioned in previous episodes, we've talked about shadow and light and balance and yin yang, whatever way you want to put it. Dwelling in either extremes is not good. I think it's very important to know what you do want and to know what you don't want.
Yeah.
And that's where the balance lies. You shouldn't dwell in either place.
Yeah.
And believe me, you can't really fully know what you want if you've not experienced what you don't want.
That's it.
Trust
That's
that.
it. It's
Yeah.
true.
And you realize that when you're talking about maturity and experience, even as women, let's just say that, with past lovers or whatever, you go through a whole bunch of shit you don't want, and then you realize what you do want,
Yeah.
or what pleases you or what doesn't please you.
I'm talking
Okay.
about and talking to people who know they've had the experience of what they don't want, then they had the experience of what they didn't want again, then they had the experience of what they didn't want again, and then they had the experience of what they didn't want again, and then they started talking about that experience that they didn't want again, and every thought they had was in relationship to the experience that they didn't want again. And, like, if they were to write an essay about what they didn't want again, they would win the Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah.
That's so
Some
It's
people
like-
get lost in that. It's true.
Some people get lost in that story, and there's some people who are lost in it not just because they're like nah, but it's because, like, there's a voice in their head that talks to them like that, and it blocks them from even having the dream of having a dream. Like, even thinking that they deserve to have anything that they're looking forward towards.
Yeah, that's it. That's a dream. I really like what you said. A dream is something that you're looking forward to. It's something that you're looking forward to. And sometimes I think about it and how, again, that instant gratification. And it's like, okay, like I was thinking about, like, young pop stars. And I remember being a teenager and be like, oh my god, I want that. Like, I would love to be like a teen pop star, blah blah. And then I look at them now, they're older, and I'm like, most of them, it's like they were sitting on the dream, and then there was nowhere else to go. Because most of them didn't have a plan. It was just like, there you go, there you are, and then it's like
They're stuck there
exactly
in this
where you
high
going?
mountain. They're on top of the mountain. Everybody can see them.
Yeah, and
And
everybody's
they're
like, "Why aren't
stuck.
you happy? You're on top of the mountain," and
But-
it's so weird.
I think that's another thing, is that to achieve your dreams,
Mm-hmm.
I have a slogan. It's dream it, live it.
Yeah.
Okay? You have to take risks.
Yeah.
You have to dive.
Yeah.
You can't just be, this is my dream. You hear that silence?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You can't stay in that silence. The fuck are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna sit on your damn ass and tell everybody this is my dream, this is my dream? At least work towards it. And sometimes, yeah, you're scared because it seems unattainable or it seems whatever. But you have to plunge.
Yeah, and sometimes your dream or what you thought it was changes.
It'll take you somewhere else.
Exactly.
But that's why you gotta
gotta do it.
Take the steps,
Yeah.
because if you don't, you don't know. You might dive, and then once you're there, you're swimming. You might discover other shores that you didn't know you liked.
But
and
it's just that, like, life is so seriously, like,
it's meant to be lived.
It's meant to be lived, and it's so short, and it's so, we take so much for granted. But it's, if you don't do what you want to do, what are you doing? Do you understand my question? Is that if you don't do what you want to do, then what is it that you're doing right now? Who are you doing it for? What are you doing?
It's just that some people are scared that if you know, what was that expression? What if I fall, but what if you fly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
That's
darling, but what if you fly?
fly.
I like it.
I
yeah.
love it because it's like, you know, a lot of people come to me and they're like, well, what if this happens? Okay, what if that happens? But what if on the flip side,
It works out.
it works out? You
I
won't
think
know
we're
if
so
you
scared of
if
being
you-
disappointed.
if you don't try, you won't know.
But I think part of being able to live your dream is having to allow yourself to go through the experience of like having disappointment.
Yeah.
of
You have to go through
failing,
the motions of it. And
and
people are scared to feel.
yeah, being disappointed. It's hard. It's hard to
I
put
mean,
your heart and
damn,
soul
it's
into
so
something.
fucking hard because it's like
A lot of things
all
come
of
with it.
Exactly, a lot of things come into play, and it's like Dee said, your dreams change
Yeah.
as you go. But
Yeah.
then, like you said, you do have to take risks. And then on the other end, yeah, I am aware of all the ways it could fail, and I'm also aware of all the ways it could work.
Yeah.
And guess what? You're alive.
Yeah, I'm alive, but then I'm here and I'm like, God damn, but wait, I'm seeing this grand vision of what I want. And I'm aware that the universe and the world and how it ends up happening it might be different, and I'm open to that. But as I'm focused on that big thing, that big vision, I'm supposed to be this day-to-day person living moment by moment, doing what I can in the moment.
But
But
that's
you're
the thing,
I
working
feel
towards
like-
your
that's the
dream.
Yeah, but I feel like sometimes I get lost in that, in the everyday living of it, where you know I've had moments where I've had to realize that I am living my dream, and it's not this grand vision that I had.
That's
It's
somewhere
literally
else.
here on earth right now.
It's
I'm
showing up.
living
moment.
it. Yeah. That's it. The dream is not the end.
Yeah.
The dream is
It's
not
the journey.
That's it,
It's
and
not
it's
the
so-
destination.
It's a part of it, like-
really is not, because the point, you know, when they climb Mount Everest,
Yeah.
you know, and they get to the top, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
They still need to go down that
but
That's it.
the
Did
dream
you
they
think
get
about
there.
that
It's about
shit.
the
It's
journey.
about the journey.
Everything you went through. And no, it's about both. Because when you get to that peak of the mountain, I mean, like, wow, the
stay there,
view
yeah.
is like, you know, breathtaking. But the journey to get there, you know, is all that. And yeah, we tend to forget about that and just focus on the destination. And that's where we could get lost,
Yeah.
you know, and not reach the destination. Because, like you said previously, Dee, the steps. So
Yeah.
we could put it metaphorically, whatever way we want to put it. But journey, steps, whatever, you have to go through everything to get to that place, to your dreams. And dreams do come true. They do.
But
And
they're coming
sometimes-
true all the time.
Yes. That's it.
They're coming true all the time. Like, the miracle isn't this big miracle. It's not like,
Well,
I got cured.
sometimes.
It can be.
Yeah.
It can be. But if you don't allow for the miracle, when you can even acknowledge that you are breathing and walking sack of water,
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
you know, in all of this.
Yeah.
But it's hard to, it's like,
Wow.
it is. You are.
though.
You just this thing that
Yeah.
doesn't make sense that you're here. But I know that it can be really boring for you to wake up and be like, the grass is a miracle. The sky is a miracle.
The fact that I woke up
It's
is a miracle.
And meanwhile, they're like,
But I do have moments like that.
Of
Like the other
course,
morning,
yeah.
I went to the park. It
yeah.
was really, really early in the morning. It was like 6 a.m.
Oh God.
Yeah. I had to go do something at
Lord
5
have
a.m.
mercy.
I
But
like it.
yeah, so I went to the park at 6 a.m. and I did a bit of writing. And I actually climbed a tree.
You climbed a tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I used to do that all the time. Anyways.
like it.
And honestly, I have moments like that. Like, it was early. I could feel, like, the crisp in the air. And I was just looking at the sky and the trees and the grass. And I was like, I could really feel that miracle aspect.
Yeah.
You know?
But imagine if you could bring the miracle into your day-to-day life.
I
Like,
tried to.
do that. Not, and it's not to, and the other side of it is not to hold yourself like at this impossible standard that says, I've touched the highest mountain and from now on I shall sing the highest note from Mount Everest. Is that you're gonna have like moments when life just fucking sucks. And it's okay that
Yeah.
it sucks.
It's okay.
But to allow yourself to be in that and then know that it's gonna pass. And then sometimes you're gonna do something small and it's gonna be great, and sometimes you're gonna do something amazing and it's gonna be amazing. But not to get stuck in needing to live forever and ever like a star in the light at 100% million watts. You know, like
Yeah.
you need to allow yourself to go through phases in life.
That's it. Just like, okay, you're talking about the mountain and the people who climb the mountain and they spend days going up this mountain. Some people stop halfway.
People
some
die.
people die. Some people, you know, and then they get there and they look out and yeah, there's the view, like you're saying, so there's all that. But no matter what, there's that moment like, I pack up your shit, time to go down. You know what I mean? On to the next, whatever. You know, like it's continuous. You know what I mean? You're there. That's why it's like you really have to celebrate every little moment.
Every step.
Because you will
It's
not
true,
be,
that's
because
every
if not,
step.
once you get on top of that mountain, you're not even gonna feel good.
Yeah,
It's not even
and you
gonna be
won't-
that great.
You won't have practiced appreciating the moment. So by the time I'm there, I'm winning my Grammy. I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I not singing on the
That
moment?
has happened to
Because
me.
now she's thinking about the
So-
soundtrack and the Oscar.
Yeah, that's
That has
it.
happened. I was having this conversation. I was like, there's some moments in my life that have been key, and I got so much blessings in a moment, and I wasn't even present.
Yeah, you
I
watch
was
that.
bitching about something. I was scared about something.
Mhm.
I was all like, me. And I was like, I look back and I'm like, the one thing I'm trying to do now is celebrate the good that is in my life.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I find myself really like in a fear spiral, and I'm looking around and I'm like, that's like original wood, y'all. You know, and it's not even. And you're looking at people who are billionaires, you're looking at people who are superstars, and they're flipping suffering.
But
I'm not
you
a
know-
millionaire.
But you know what
I'd
thing
like
all
to be,
millionaires
maybe.
have in common?
What?
And so hopefully I'll be a millionaire one day because I have that mentality too. You gotta think outside the damn box. That's the thing. You know, like, first of all, you can't quit. Yeah, you'll have obstacles on the way. You're gonna have doors that shut in your face. You're gonna have bad moments in life, and if you push through, to me, I think everything's possible.
I agree.
You have to push on through. And, you know, Asa said something. You have to celebrate all those, the steps that it took to get there. Every step achieved. Because right before that one step, that one step seems so difficult. And then when you get to the second step, that first step felt like, wow, that feels like nothing now.
Mm-hmm.
But while you were going through it,
It's like, ah!
yeah, Ace and I talk about that all the time, and we actually do that, her and I. We look back and we're like, okay, we got here now.
Yeah.
And it was fucking hard, you know? But it's like you celebrate the step and then you go to the next until you achieve what your goal is, your
Yeah.
dream is, you know?
But I also think that life is not to be taken that seriously.
That's, I just,
And-
At the
yes.
same time.
And,
Yes.
and also that, like, I think working hard is very necessary, but I also think that it shouldn't be that hard.
No, I don't mean working hard as in, like, strenuous and you're like, you know, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, working towards, like, you know how you talk to some people and they think just because they're positive like, they say they're positive thinkers. Inside they're scared and whatever. But just because they verbalize something positive, they think it's just going to appear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, like, it doesn't work that way. That's what I
Absolutely
meant.
not.
Like,
I agree.
you have to work towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you need a momentum. So that's where, yeah, if you keep a positive outlook, you'll keep a certain momentum that'll help you towards that. But I don't mean, like, work towards it in, like, a strenuous... And sometimes you do, depending on what your dream is. You know?
Yeah,
But
well,
I
you know,
think-
I feel like I just want to
Go
say I've heard this expression and some people are on different sides of the fence.
Mm-hmm.
For me, when I hear working towards a dream, I don't care sometimes if I need to not sleep, if I don't eat. It's funny how much work you can get done when you believe in what you're doing.
Yes.
And it's not
When
to
you're
it's
passionate
not to
about it.
sacrifice your well-being. It's
Yeah.
just like I'm passionate and I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go into this like
I
super
love that
meditative
feeling.
stage. And I also I'm learning now to actually appreciate that I get to rest more than just the 8 hours that I've been prescribed by society in between my 8 hours of work. Like, I get to rest. Sometimes I might work really, 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 really hard for like a long time and rest and enjoy life for a really long time as well.
So
Yeah,
you
but we don't all have the luxury to do that.
No, I'm not saying we all
You
have
know.
the luxury, and also being okay with that.
Yeah.
Some people have to give their time in a certain way, but I don't need to feel like there's something wrong with me because I get to do that.
No, hey, all the power to you. If you get to do that,
Yeah.
great for you, man. I'm just saying, like, you know, we're talking to people out there. Not everyone could do that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I got bills to pay. So I can't give myself the luxury.
I guess I don't have bills to pay.
No, I
It's a
can't.
miracle.
Well, I'm sorry. I cannot just not do anything for days on end.
But that's the thing, is that there is a stigma attached that says that if you're not working the same way someone is working, that there's something wrong with you and that you're not contributing to society, or that you're not working at all. Because again, it's easy to forget the part where I said where you're working like a crazy cray person without sleeping and eating for a long time.
Yeah.
And you're giving your energy, and it doesn't take away from you because you're giving that much, but that you also have to work on the other side where you're allowing yourself to receive the bounty that you have asked for.
Mm-hmm.
No,
No.
I'm just saying not everyone has that luxury though.
And we agree.
Yeah, we agree.
Is it a luxury though?
Yeah, it is.
Why
Though
is the
now
word
in this
considered a
society, it's a
luxury?
luxury.
I if it's a luxury, then I'm really grateful that I have it, and
Yeah,
I do
it's a
wish,
blessing.
I do wish that a lot of people have access to being able to give their energy in a way that they cannot imagine, unlimited, towards something that they believe in, where they're focused, they're engaged, they're giving, and they're respectful of themselves, and also to know what it's like to rest and appreciate the rest that they have and not feel bad about it, because I'm dealing with that.
I'm with you, Ms. Andy. Like I used to work like regular like office hours, and then like I switched to you know, working for myself, like being a full-time self-employed artist. And you know, your schedules vary a lot, and I have to say like that at the beginning it was hard to find my worth in that, because there's this talk in like society, there's this thing about like, you know, kind of making your own schedule or kind of dealing in that space that's kind of like, oh yeah, you don't really work,
Yeah.
you know, or like, oh whatever, you'll sleep like
Yeah.
you sleep 12 hours tomorrow, and it's like, okay, what, but it's you know, you have to find your worth in that.
Like,
you have
you're
to
not
find,
real.
exactly, you're not real, exactly.
Yeah.
I found myself struggling with still finding my not my worth, but what I was like bringing to the table. And to bring back to the notion of dreams, following your dreams, is when we're talking about like working hard and everything. I just find that I'm gonna pull that into like relationships. You know, a lot of people, including me, one of my dreams was to be in that, you know, healthy, loving, fulfilling relationship. And I can cross that off my bucket list, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But I just want to say that a good indication that this was the right place was how easy it is. I mean, you work at your relationship, you maintain things, you have to, you know, communicate and like, you know, make that effort that we're talking about, being
you
vulnerable,
grow.
like, yeah, and let yourself grow and be in that space XYZ, right? But at the same time, it's easy.
Yeah.
It flows.
But that's the thing.
Easy.
So
Yeah.
I
It's
was
like-
just like
yeah.
exploring just this thought, because right now it's like, that's it. I'm trying to make my dreams happen in a way that is not gonna feel strenuous or painful or like I'm just too serious and missing out on all the fun that I can have in life. And now it's like I feel ultimately by taking the time to be aligned, you create that space where you make the decisions and you attract the people that are going to help you get to where you want to go easily in a smoother way. And I feel like I've gotten lost in the past trying to make shit happen when me myself, I'm not even really aligned with what I'm trying to make happen. So I'm like, I'm still really fearful about it, or I've got anger, or I don't know, I'm really confused, or it's like finding a way, finding that point inside where you feel aligned with what you're doing brings about better results than if you were just
hammering
killing
away.
yourself killing yourself day in day out trying to make something happen. It might hurt you more and you might not get to where you're trying to go. So it's true that you do need a balance between resting where you are able to connect with yourself, like you're saying, taking the time. You went to the park, you're in the moment and you're with yourself. We need more of those moments, and that's what helps you actually connect to the actions you're going to take to make your dreams happen.
Yeah, but I also believe in pushing forward.
You have to.
And unfortunately, not everyone has the possibility to have circumstances in life where they could do things with more ease. So some people, they just have to push on through. And for me, it's like push on through with never forgetting what the goal is, what the dream is, and work towards that. But not everyone could just sit back or have it done a certain way. Some people have to push through. I'm saying sometimes you gotta do things you don't like, that you're not passionate about, to get where you want to go.
I agree.
You can.
And sometimes you can't chill out.
No, that's it. There are moments where you have to get the fuck out. That's it. And that's what Chris Rock, okay? That's what Chris Rock said. And I like that. His car died on the side of the highway, and he's like, while he was sitting there, no, actually just standing beside his car trying to get someone to stop, everyone would just keep driving on by. No one would stop. It's just when he started trying to push his car forward that people stopped and tried to help him. Okay. So it's like, help yourself,
and then I'll help you.
Before expecting God or people or the situation to resolve itself.
It's not to assume that, like, there's a difference between letting yourself just fall, without like making any form of effort, and actually using all the resources that you have available to you to help you along the way. So it's not just like, I know the difference between when I get up in the day, in the morning, and I'm just like, I have all the stuff to do and I'm just gonna go do it, and before I know it, I have a cup of coffee in my hand and a computer and a laptop and phone calls, and I'm like showering and taking, like, at 6 a.m, versus the times when I say, even if I have to wake up 15 minutes earlier and dedicate time that I've said is set aside for me to take care of myself and honor myself before I start the day, and say, I trust that my day is going to be well. I trust that the elements that need to support me will join me along. I trust that ease is not something that I need to be ashamed of. I trust that it doesn't matter how much work I put in, I just want to feel like empowered and like I don't need to feel like I deserve my well-being, It's like, okay, I can still do more.
I like what you said.
30 minutes to relax,
That ease is not something that you should be ashamed of. What? Yeah, it's just that I feel.
Hard work
it's like also, it's not.
I think hard work should also be rewarded and should be looked at it in a positive manner.
Absolutely. Hard work should always be rewarded and looked upon with
and respect.
Again, one way does not preclude hard work.
Yes,
from the other.
Yeah,
it's just hard work. Everyone is work. It's just that I want to feel good about the hard work I'm doing, even if it's something I don't want to do. I want to feel good, like I made this decision to show up here at 6 or 4 or 5 or 3 or 2 or whatever time, and it was my choice. I don't want to be a slave anymore. There's a lot of people who've been slaves, and they have really built the way for me. I get to fucking live in 2015. All right? I'm not going to beat myself up anymore. Thank you for all the blessings that have come my way that allow me to use my gifts in the way that I want to use them for the betterment of me and everybody else I fucking love. That's it. That's what I want. I love what I get to do with my time. If you're working hard because you don't have a choice, then all my love and props to you and blessings that may rain on you if it's just like the bus shows up on time. The stuff that you don't need to control, may you be blessed and that you can get it. Just get it. Whew, it's out of my body.
I think that's a
I'm
good way to
sorry.
segue into the next question, which is this.
Yeah.
Thank
Why-
you for listening.
Yeah, like,
I'm sorry.
why is it important to dream then?
Why not this?
Why is it important to dream?
I think it gives you direction. I think you dream because it gives you something to do. It gives you something to go for. Like, let's say, okay, imagine your life without dreaming. And not even dreaming about doing
I'd
or
be dead.
accomplishing or whatever.
I would
You know what I
be
mean?
dead.
Yeah.
Like, but there's, apparently we dream in the womb. No, nobody knows, like, I don't know what you're dreaming about. But you dream in the womb.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You haven't even seen shit and you're seeing shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I think it's part, like, a lot, like, we don't know.
Yeah, it's part of existence.
Yeah.
It's part of who you are. It's a way to find out who you are.
Yeah.
It's what makes you tick.
It's part of your
What fuels
creativity.
you.
Yeah.
What fuels you.
Like, we don't even know why we sleep. You know, like, really, really, like, we have theories. But, like, dreaming and sleeping and all those things, and, like, it's part of the fabric of our being.
It's very healthy to use your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
It actually it stimulates your brain. It stimulates your emotions. It stimulates your nervous system. It gets the blood flowing. You need it.
You do, and we are creative beings. Like we are here to create our realities and create this world that we want and the lives that we want. You know, we have the ability to do that. We know what it is to think of something and see it manifest.
Right.
You know, from little things like, I need a thermos. That will happen to you like 2 days ago. I'm like, man, it'd be real nice to have a nice thermos. I go to my girl, she's like, hey, I have 2 thermoses. You want one? I'm like, thank you. So there's that.
that shit happens to you all the time.
Girl, it happens.
It happens to you.
It
Stop.
happens to all of us all the time.
Girl, no, you are like this girl. I need running shoes. Do you want running shoes?
Yeah, honestly.
I need perfume.
I say
That
this
shit
to my-
happens to you like clockwork.
Every day.
I say this to my little sister. and
That
it's
doesn't
interesting.
happen to most people.
This
like
happened. This happened to my sister
Uh,
when we were kids. Well, we were younger. My dad has always been like this tough dude. Like, do you think money falls from trees in situations?
Yeah.
But he gives. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
he talks shit while he hands it to
When he
you.
has it, you know, but
Yeah,
you know, he
people
works
need
really
to
hard
know
to do it.
People need to know the worth of a fucking dollar, man. That's what's fucking lacking with a lot of people. They don't understand the worth of a fucking dollar, and they're fucking too scared, don't have balls, and don't have courage to go fucking out there and work. Work.
Amen.
You better wait, bitch.
Amen.
Straight the fuck
Amen.
up. I have no respect for fucking lazy people. I really, really don't. And don't fucking complain about your life if you ain't gonna do shit about it. You got dreams, you got goals, and you ain't doing shit, and you sitting on your ass? Yeah.
That's
Don't
what
talk
she
to me.
said.
For real.
That's
But
what
wait.
she
but I want to
People
finish
don't
that
know the
story
worth
about
of
your
a
sister
dollar.
and
So-
the pet.
We were like, she was younger, and
Props to your
my
dad.
dad came down to visit, and she said, "Oh, I like the bicycle." We were at like Canadian Tire, and my dad, I don't know whether he went through a pay raise or something. He goes, "You find the person, she wants the bicycle," and my brothers and I were like, "Oh, the fuck just happened?" So we never, from then on, we were like, you know, we tease my sister. We go, you know, like
Go out.
not even go outside. She would say something like, "I wish this would happen," and it happens for her. Like, it's not even connected to my dad. And like, you know, her energy is like, she wants something and she may stress about it or not, but she gets it. And we tease her. We're like, "It's like daddy is looking over you," and she goes like, "You know, I really wish you guys wouldn't tell that story anymore because it hurts my feelings." And I was like, "Why?" And she said, "Well, I don't know." She didn't know why. And we were like, you know, we're happy. We're teasing you from that place. And it really makes me think about how sometimes, even in, I'm continuing, in my life, how sometimes I push away my dreams that are showing up for me because I feel I don't deserve them.
There's that too. That's a really good
That's
point.
it.
Like, I do that to myself.
But that's
you
what I
know?
mean. It's like, that's why it's like, it's important to align yourself first
Yeah.
and foremost. If you want to see most results come to you in a way that's not going to be painful and like, just fucking, I'm here, but I don't have my legs and my arms or whatever. My heart is is
Those
made of
are
ice.
nightmares.
You know, that's it. That's it.
And I think that goes back to the steps. If you know that quantum leap that we're talking about, you know, you want to get to a point where you don't do the steps that will build you up, that will build the strength for you, and the understanding and the self-love and the appreciation and the gratitude that you need to really enjoy and embrace your dream. When you reach it, when you reach that point of completion, then you get there and then you feel like an imposter.
Yeah.
And then you feel like
The imposter syndrome.
you're stealing it from somebody. You shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know what to do with this. And I think everybody gets those feelings to a certain degree. But when you don't go through the steps that will build you up, well, then the enjoyment is not really there.
So what do you do to achieve your dreams?
I think it takes a lot of patience. Like,
Yeah.
you have to be patient with yourself and patient with the situation.
It's
like,
a
that's
process.
something.
But
that's
what is the process? What steps are you guys taking?
For me, achieving my dream has been answering the call. Like when someone says, I like to do this, having the courage to say yes. There's
Or no.
that. Or yes or no.
That's it. Honestly, I find myself sometimes where it's like, I'm in the midst of making it happen. I'm in the midst of taking those steps, but in it, yeah, I start being like, well, hey, it's been a month now. I've been doing this. What you mean? What you mean I'm not there yet? Shit. Okay. And I always have to take a step back and be like, go back to how far I've come, recalibrate, and be like, push on through again. But
That's
more
it.
and more,
Push
it's
on
like,
through and face your fears. That's how I do. I face my fucking fears every day.
that's it.
Yeah.
And the fears come up
That's
as you go,
awesome.
and then they go, and then they come back in a different way.
And they have
Like,
new faces.
Yeah.
You know, they
Yeah.
have new like.
Exactly. You face your fears and you really like just show up for them, and then you're like, okay, I passed it, but you want to believe that that's the end. You're like, I'm done.
I also
But there's
dive.
more.
I could have been very fearful about something or thought that I might not be able to achieve it, and I just went ahead and did it. I just walked in. Like it could have been a fire. I just walked right in, and I'm like, okay, whatever happens, but I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going in.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you.
I like that. It's like, what's her name said that? She said, the woman who is the editor-in-chief of Vogue, she said what you said pretty much. Anna Wintour. She's like, if someone tells you something to do and you don't know what you're doing, like I'm
Just do
paraphrasing. She said, just make a decision, even if you don't know what you're doing,
Yeah.
and just do that.
Fake it till you make it.
And do
pretty
it.
much.
No, it's just it's more just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Just
like you
do
said.
it.
They got it though.
You're scared to dive. The water might be cold. You might belly flop. Whatever. I'll figure it out when I'm in the water.
Yeah. You're talking about facing your fears, and it's like, the problem is, sometimes I'll sit there, because it is important to know what you're afraid of. Like, so that it doesn't stab you in the back while you're trying to make shit happen, right? But, thing is, sometimes I'll ruminate on my fears so much that my fears end up
Paralyzing
happening.
you. Yeah.
not just paralyzing me, they end up happening. I'm so afraid of seeing a project fail that here I am sitting here crying about it failing, and I haven't done anything. I was trying to avoid failing
Yeah.
by facing that fear, and it's crazy. It's really what you focus on the most that takes your energy the most, and that manifests, you know. And that's something in the last few weeks that I've been you know, dealing with, because it's true that every time you reach a goal, there's a new one, and then a new one, and a new one, and that's important, because or else we just stagnate and wither away. But fuck, man, it's like I'll reach a goal and I'm like, yes, and then the next one comes and I'm like, I don't know, I get scared again, you know. I guess that's just life, I guess. I mean,
It's
that's
life.
just life.
But I feel that the whatever I do, I always try to keep in mind that nothing really matters except really your health.
Yeah.
Like, in the sense that, like, I am not personally willing to sacrifice everything for anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the sense that, like, you know, like, a lot of times it's like, you know, like, you must, like, I don't know, go on, like you said, Miss Lady, and like not sleeping, not doing that. That's not my style. I'm gonna sleep, and I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna take my time to do my yoga in the morning, and I'm gonna, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do my work, and I'm gonna do what I feel like I'm supposed to do. And yes, sometimes your routine is pushed out of the way because you need to push through on the thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
I get that, but to me, it's like if I'm not healthy, if I'm not in a zone where I can think, where I can, if I'm not healthy, then my dreams, whatever I'm trying to accomplish, to me,
they don't mean anything.
what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? If I need to prioritize my goal, my dream number one, my goal number one is to be in shape, to be healthy, to like have this body that's been given to me and ride it till the end. You know what I mean? Bring it. And if you're not healthy, like it's hard to push through, right? It's just, I feel like it's number one. It's number one.
That's
Yeah.
one.
I mean, and by that I mean, but not just healthy like your body, but your mind. Like
Yeah.
take care of
That's
yourself.
so important.
Do what you need to do to
Yeah.
be good. Because if you're good, then you can tackle anything.
You know what?
You can
I
tackle anything.
officially classify myself as a socio-psychopath from the age of 29 down. Literally. Like, there's no way I was a human being. You know what I mean? I don't know what
Why
it
do
was
you
about
say
29.
that?
Because, like, I never ascribed any value to my mental, physical life well-being. Like, I thought that it was just part of the parcel. Like, I thought that was the heartbeat of life. It didn't matter if I was feeling okay or not feeling okay, but like I had to do something and I had to do it. And like some of the things I did to myself were so destructive just to stamp myself certifiably okay, like in terms of work. And I didn't give myself value.
Yeah.
I didn't think, it didn't occur to me, like people are like, oh, the pursuit of happiness. And I'd be like, happy?
Who said anything?
Who said
about
anything?
happy?
The fuck is that? It's just to be
Have
here.
any of you had any dreams come true?
Many. Even this is a dream come true. And it's funny that it only occurs to me afterwards. I'm like, that's crazy.
So this podcast to you is
The podcast it's a big dream come true.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I don't think I consciously dreamt of this. Like, I need to do a podcast with, 3 of my friends and, but that's what I mean. But definitely to be able to sit around and share and communicate and connect with really important people to me.
Yeah.
That's something I've been needing. Many dreams have come true. What else has come true? I released an album. I was pretty proud of that. I wanted to study theater, things like that. But I feel like most of my dreams are still ahead of me. At night when I close my eyes.
Well, yeah, me, like, my dreams are just happening all the time. No, but let's be real, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Like, I wanted to, like, be a headline a show. I headlined a show. I wanted to go to Australia. I went to Australia.
Man.
I went, like,
Mm-hmm.
like, how to say, in French you say, t'as le cul bordé de nouilles. You're just fucking lucky. You have, like, flowers, like, coming out of your ass. You know what I mean? It's like, but the thing is, like, it's in the grand scheme of things. When I look back, you're like, oh, well, goddamn.
I feel like I always remind you. It's like, I'm like, girl. I mean, 2 years ago, you were not doing what you're doing now.
No, I wasn't.
And my sister decides she wants to direct, man. And now, boom, you rocking it. You know what I mean? And you set it up for yourself. And anyways, I'm just props to you. It's fucking awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So yes, but I can't stress it enough. Like, honestly, if I write a memoir one day, I think the first thing that I'll write is like, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Because at the end of the day, this is all you got though.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Money doesn't follow you to the grave. Nothing follows you to the grave. So you might as well have lived.
Yeah, but while you're alive, enjoy all of it.
Live it.
Yeah.
Dream it, live it.
Dream it, live it. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And we hope you guys take the time to do the same. Dream it,
Live it.
work it, Own it. Was there anything you wanted to add to this dream segment?
You know, I just look forward to the dreams that I'm hatching now. And it's nice to know that at some point in life that you actually can be sitting in the driver's seat and like moving towards your dreams and not having to know the entire path along the way. That's what I wanted to.
And it's true, and like have fun.
Yeah.
That's honestly right now I'm like, it's about not taking it so seriously.
It's not that serious.
Yeah, it's not that, like, I feel like, you know, if the planet could give you a hug and like, you know, the trees are there like, y'all need to relax. Take a
I've been here
breather.
200 years. You'll be fine.
Chill out while you figure out what you want.
You know what I mean?
That's it. Thank you, ladies. I love you so much.
I love you too.
And to many dreams to come.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Sybil from Let's Talk About It podcast. We want to thank you all for listening to season 2. We'll be back very, very shortly with season 3, and we're coming back new and improved. So stay tuned and don't miss us too much when we're gone, but we know you will.
Talk about it, talk about it.